In today's video, I have to do a follow-up to my DJI Mavic 4 Pro full leak video that I released last week. Ben's Lens 2723. This intro's for you. Okay, enough shenanigans. Last week, I posted a video talking about the full spec release that we got for the Mavic 4 Pro. That video was relatively well received. I got a lot of positive comments. A lot of people were appreciative for me sharing the information. But at the same time, I got a lot of folks that were upset with me about how the video was made. So briefly, I want to apologize. And specifically, I want to mention Frederick Larson, who called me out for the quality of my edit, but he's a subscriber to the channel, so he gets a mention. I've got his contact information down below. He is a Northern Lights photographer and guide based in Umeå, Sweden. And he's a phenomenal photographer. You should check him out. Again, I'll put links down below for all of his stuff. But he gets a shout out, even though he called me out on my video, because he's a subscriber. Now, I responded to Frederick in the comments letting him know I was actually out on a photo shoot that day, hadn't been able to make a video yet, and had some time between clients. And I had my camera with me, so that means we're making content, right? So I did my best with that video, but I wanted to do a follow-up to dive in just a little bit deeper and talk a little bit more about some of the things that I saw and some of the questions that I got in the comments for that video. Because honestly, with the criticism that I got, which makes sense, the details were solid, but in retrospect, the video felt a little bit rushed and the edit quality took a hit. So I acknowledge that, and today we're gonna try to make an effort to improve. So let's get into everything that we know about the Mavic 4 Pro. And as always, if you've got constructive feedback, go ahead and put it down below. And if you're a subscriber, I might call you out here on the channel. So we know the specs, and the specs aren't considerably different than what we had expected. The first two cameras really haven't changed all that much. A 4:3 sensor, now 28 millimeters on our big camera, down to an f2 aperture though. And on our medium tele, and on the medium tele, not really any changes. But the 168 mil did get improvements. We've got a bump in resolution, we've got a bump in the size of the sensor, and we've got that dual native ISO capability. But I think if you were DJI and you heard me saying there are no real big changes to these cameras, they would say, yeah, but the whole thing turns sideways, right? That's a huge change for each camera. And they're not wrong if that's something that you need and want. Physical size, about the same weight, little over a kilo. Flight time improved with a larger battery, 512 gigabytes of onboard storage, and a new controller with a big bright screen that also rotates. Now compatible with OcuSync 4, O4 Plus, and HDR video transmission. So there are a lot of things to love here. But as I mentioned in my previous video, the fact that those tele cameras don't have any sort of a mechanical aperture, and that we did not get a ProRes variant or anything on the Pro model is a bit disappointing, along with no major changes to the main camera or the mid tele. So I think that's a general summarization of my previous video. Feel free to watch it if you haven't already. But now let's talk about the stuff that we didn't get. There is no cine model. So even though we were getting rumors of a 2 terabyte model, right now we don't have it. That doesn't mean that we might not get it in the future. And the Pro model is coming with 512 gigabytes of storage on board, which is awesome. But there's no mention of ProRes anywhere. And that is, as we understand it, as a result of conflict between the US and China. But if you don't have ProRes, the 2 terabyte cine model doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to assume that the ProRes model, the cine model, is still out there. It's just not gonna be a part of this initial release. But we are hearing from Osita LV that we will be getting Sony's XAVC high profile, which is a 422 profile, but that's not ProRes. Now that can be super high quality, but it's not ProRes. Now I've gotten a lot of comments on my previous video asking what the bitrate would be, what the throughput would be, especially for that large sensor. Is that in that XAVC high profile, right, in 10-bit 6K, it will have about a 1.2 gigabit per second throughput. And that is with the change back to variable bitrate, but that is not a significant upgrade over the ProRes codec that we have in the Mavic 3 Pro Cine Edition. So on the video side of things, it's not a significant upgrade if you are looking at the highest end model. At least when we compare the Pro to the Cine, not really sure what a 4 Cine would look like, though we were anticipating, again, ProRes 444. But still, shooters will be getting that significantly improved resolution up to 100 megapixels. Another comment that I got a lot of was in regards to the Hasselblad camera. I misspoke in my video and used the word sensor when I meant camera system. DJI has a majority controlling stake in Hasselblad, and they use that branding and that technology in a lot of their products. But the sensor itself is actually being sourced from either Sony or OmniVision, who are the two companies that they most often use for their sensors. But speaking of Sony, I just did a video about camera news for this week, and there is a rumor that Sony might be spinning off their silicon chips division, which is where they make all of those sensors. One additional detail that I also just wanted to clarify is that the 3 different versions of the Pro, we've got the Pro by itself, we've got the Pro in the Fly More combo, and then we have the Pro in the Creator combo. The entry-level Pro will not be coming with the 512 gigabytes of onboard storage, and it will not be coming with the new RC2 Pro controller. Neither will the model that is coming in the Fly More combo. The Fly More combo is simply coming with batteries and additional accessories. The Creator combo, which is $3,800, thereabouts, prices are crazy, that will be coming with the RC2 Pro. And you would need the RC2 Pro to take advantage of the O4 Plus capability. And this isn't the first drone to offer O4 Plus from DJI. The Avata 2 also has that capability. But there was a question as to compatibility with some of the other accessories that DJI sells, and my understanding is that this drone would still be compatible with other O4 featured products like the RC-N3, the RC2, where you would get 20 kilometers of range, as well as the RC2 Pro, where you would get the 30 kilometers of range, as well as the HDR 10-bit video stream. One other thing that I want to mention, and again, another item that I wanted to mention and clarify, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, and now we know that it will be 28, 70, and 168. And there were some people that weren't super happy about 28. They wanted it to be as wide as possible. But let me know down in the comments if 28 versus 24 is a big problem for you. Not really sure why they made the change there. That leads me to one of the last bits of information that I wanted to share and clarify, which is on the electronic ND filter system. So it looks like there will be standard NDs that you'll be able to snap on to the lenses here. I believe they're sold both with the Fly More combo as well as the Creator combo. But we were told that there would be electronic variable NDs. These would be ND4 to ND64. And then when the leaked information came out, we didn't see them. So the assumption was that they weren't coming. Maybe they had gone to the same place that the Cine model had gone, or ProRes. But now what we're seeing is that they are coming, and they will be compatible with the Pro, but they will be sold separately. They do attach with an electronic mount, and Jasper Ellens over at Drone XL has a wonderful set of screenshots from the quick launch video, and Jasper Ellens over at Drone XL has a wonderful write-up about that, and I will link that down below. We've also got plenty of video and photos from the usual suspects over on X, like Jasper, like Igor Bogdanov, Hakasushi, and Osita LV. I have links to all of their profiles from X down below. They are permanently a part of the description of all of my drone news videos when they provide information that I give to you. As more information becomes available, I will be posting it here, so stay subscribed. And if you don't think that I'm doing the best that I can, feel free to let me know. But I only read negative comments from people who are subscribed to my channel. For folks who have stayed to the end of the video, number one, I appreciate you guys so much. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit the like button. Those are the signals, along with watching to the end of the video, that tells YouTube and the YouTube algorithm that it should be showing my work to more people. Additionally, as a working photographer, I have tools and resources that I have generated for myself that I want to share with you. And I plan to do that through YouTube memberships. And I'll be giving these resources away to folks who are members of the channel. I don't traditionally do sponsored segments on my channel because this channel is sponsored by me and by my photography business. So if you're interested in portrait or family photography and you are in Las Vegas or are coming to Las Vegas, or you're in Southern California, click on the link down below to my website and let's talk about booking a session. Last plug that I'll give you is for my Instagram account. I've got 2 little kids, and when my wife and I were in the hospital while she was being born, my Facebook and Instagram accounts were hacked. My personal Facebook account that I'd had since Facebook became public. So my Facebook account, my Facebook page, and my Instagram accounts, both personal and professional, were all taken out. And again, as a working photographer, having a well-followed Instagram account is important. And so I've been asking the folks who watch my videos to follow me on Instagram. But I'm also sweetening the pot with an Instagram gear giveaway. As someone who does YouTube videos, I get lots of opportunities to review products and gear for companies. They send me their gear to review. And in some cases, I'd just rather give it to you. This is an SSD Thunderbolt enclosure. I think this thing retails for $100, maybe even more now with tariffs. I have a number of these. Kind of looks like the thing from Terminator 2. I've got a couple of those, but here's what I need you to do. Follow me on Instagram, put a comment on this video telling me that you did, and go watch this video for all the details and explanations. And then throw a comment on that one as well if you could. Follow me on Instagram, and while you're there, I'd appreciate it if you hit like on a bunch of those photos and maybe share some stuff out. When I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, that's why I haven't done the giveaway yet. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm bad at Instagram, to be quite honest. I will start sifting through all the comments from all my videos since I've been doing this, and I'll start contacting folks and getting their information to send them the products that they would like. I've also got all of my gear lists down below that you can check out to see everything that I use here in the studio, as well as the things that I use when I'm out photographing families and individuals, the things that I use when I'm out on adventures, and my 2025 list of recommended gear to get started as a photographer. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.